Hello and welcome to Radio Production class. We are going to continue from where we stopped in our previous class. Last time we were discussing about script and scripting, and we discussed about under scripted the stages in the production process. And we said we have three main stages that are involved in the production process, or as production of the radio content. And we discussed about the pre-production stage, we talked about the production stage, and we also talked about the post-production stage of a production of radio content. And if you remember very well, we say that under the production process, under pre-production process, whereby you are coming up with the script of what you are going to communicate or disseminate to your targeted audiences. And we said your script must be having all the facts and figures that you want to use in your production stage, because there's no way you can be able to get funding for your script if indeed your script is disorganized. Because we said a script is the blueprint of what you are going to talk about, or is what your program is going to entail. And under production stage, you say this is the re-recording stage, a time whereby you're recording your content, or else a time you're recording your program. And we said after recording the program, you have to go to post-production stage, whereby you're going to assess if you're having any errors in your program, or else if your program is having some issues that probably you're supposed to have, you need to edit, or else you need to eliminate in your program to make it effective. So under post-production is the editing stage, and under editing stage, you say you can also add background music, and also add sound effects to make sure that your program is effective to your targeted audiences. And he said if indeed you have already completed your pre-production, post-production stage, you are going to the dissemination of the content to your targeted masses or your targeted audiences. But today we are going to measure about the qualities of a script writer, because not everyone has the capacity or the potential to come up with an effective script for radio content, or else for radio production programs. And that's why we have the qualities that need to possess if indeed you want to become an effective script writer for radio content. Number one, we are saying about good writing skills. And we are talking about good writing skills. As a script writer, you need someone who understands the communication skills in terms of writing, in terms of audio, in terms of visual, in terms of talking about language techniques, in terms of the tenses. You need to understand the effective way of communication, so that when you're coming up with a script, when someone happens to go through the script, is able to understand what you're talking about, or else what you're trying to communicate in your script. So you need to have adequate writing skills, or else you need to possess good writing skills in terms of paragraph, in terms of tenses, in terms of spelling, in terms of alignment of your sentences and the flow of your work. It has to be coherent. It has to be understandable by all those who are going to read your script if they are going to support your program. So the script writers need to possess adequate writing skills, or else good writing skills. By that we are talking about paragraphing of the sentences, spelling, tenses. You need to have all this knowledge before you come up with an adequate script that probably is going to make sense before it is produced into the production stage. Then creativity. You're going to find that script writers are people who are creative. You are coming up with an idea, or generating an idea from your mind or from your mentors. And the idea, for any idea to be understood, there must be a lot of creativity behind it. You must know what you want to talk about, the subject matter. You must know your targeted audiences. You must know that you are going to package your story from the beginning, the intro of the story, the middle of the story, the body of the story, and even the conclusion of the story. You need to possess all this adequate knowledge before you come up with any script that you are going to disseminate to your targeted audiences. And all this entails a lot of creativity. When you're coming up with a script for radio, you must know maybe you're having this particular program, which are the kind of music I can accompany with this particular program, which are the kind of sound effect that I can accompany with this particular program. At what time can this program run? What are my targeted audiences? What is the cost implication of the program you're planning to come up with? So you need to have adequate creativity skills in terms of editing, in terms of sound effect, in terms of audio or music you're going to use in the production stage. Then under quality, ability to work under pressure. You're going to find that most of the script writers, they're under pressure in terms of time, in terms of the content, in terms of the actuality of the information they're disseminating to their targeted audiences. So all script writers should have the ability to work under pressure. You are given a specific time frame, you're supposed to submit your work, or else to have completed your work. And you must always commit yourself, or else create extra time to ensure that you meet the given deadline, or else you meet the given time frame of disseminating the information to your targeted audiences. That's why if you are a scriptwriter, you must always be having adequate time, and you are able to work under pressure regardless of the challenges you are likely to undergo or to encounter along the way. You must be someone who is able to overcome such like pressure or challenges for it to be effective. Still, you need to be someone who is disciplined. Discipline means you are ready to work within the given time frame. You are ready to work with all the members of that particular department you are working in, or is you are someone who is able to meet the given deadline. Despite the fact that you are having a lot of work you're supposed to disseminate within the given time frame, you as an editor or as a scriptwriter, you must be ready to work within a given time frame and to be a good team player. Because you're not a good team player, you cannot be able to socialize with the others. It means you're going to be to engage a lot of indisciplined cases. Whereas you need to have respect to you at those whom you're working under, and even those whom they are working as a subordinates. Which means there is no way you can become an adequate scriptwriter if you don't have a team player mentality. Whereas you don't have to exercise team player skills. You must be someone who is able to work with the others regardless of the obstacles, the challenges you may encounter along the way. So always be honest, be disciplined, and respect time beside respecting all the others whom you're working with in an organization. Then there's what we call passion. Passion is going to drive your vision, because if indeed you are going to work as a scriptwriter, you must be having something that is driving behind you, or as a driving force that is enabling you to focus or else to specialize in the script writing. If you don't have a passion of being a scriptwriter, in most cases you're likely to give up along the way. But if it's coming inside your heart and you say, this is what I want to do, there's no way you're going to give up in the script writing, because all these other processes in the production process is always dependent on the nature of the script or the type of the script you have written as the script writer. So ensure that you develop passion to what you are doing, like what you are doing, and always ensure that you do it perfectly. But if you're just doing for the sake of accomplishing the work or finishing the work, at long last you're going to be tired and you're going to give up along the way. So as a scriptwriter, ensure you develop a passion and you work towards realizing your vision and objective as a script writer. I hope you're able to understand all these processes and the qualities of an effective script writer. Let's meet next time at the same place. Thank you.